Hey guys, I don't usually upload these kinds of videos, but today I'm going to be showing you a really cool life hack I've been using for the past year on keeping your earbuds in good condition. And what I find with most earbuds is that they don't have very good protection on the end. So what happens is this wire bends and then it breaks and then earbuds are junk. I assume that's what happens with most people's earbuds, which is unfortunate. And I've had these earbuds go in the washing machine at least a dozen times so far, so I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is probably the number one cause of earbuds failing. It's just these ends are not very strong. So what I'm going to be using is some shrink tubing over top of it to keep that end from bending too much, and then just shrink that and then leave it as is. It's going to reinforce it and make the wire not bend as much. So let's get to it. So the piece of shrink tubing I'm going to be using for this is this red piece. I wish it was white or black, but red's just fine. And as you can see, it slides over the end of that output jack perfectly fine. Well, it's not an output jack, it's a output, whatever you call it. And then there's other pieces of shrink tubing like this. This is far too big. You don't want anything like this. You want it to just barely fit over this one and then cover over here, and then it's going to be able to shrink right there nice and tight. So I'm just going to cut this so that it has the area of in between this end and this end, plus another 1.5 centimeters or so. I think that would be good, so that way it can get a curve of just right about there. Alright, now I have this piece of shrink tubing neatly cut, and when I slide it over, it's the length that I want. As you can see, just about that much is good. Just what I need. So now, I'm going to hold it in place, and where you can see the plastic part of it ends, I'm going to go beyond that about 2 millimeters, and then grab my lighter and shrink that end a little bit. And I also do not want to burn it. You can see a little bit of a faint burn mark there, but I'm not really concerned about that. Now I'm going to pull it back the rest of the way, and the reason I shrunk it there is so I could get lots of tension and keep it in place. And I might have actually shrunken it a little bit too much. Now that I have this part pulled over, I'm going to shrink the rest of it. And the key to shrinking it is you want to have the lighter constantly moving back and forth so that you don't burn a specific part. And because I don't want to get any burn marks at all, and the shrink tubing's red, it likes to show a lot, I'm going to be only having it there for about a second while moving it back and forth. I'm going to get the rest of this shrunk. Alright, so right now, after it's shrunk, it looks really, really good. But I'd like to do a little bit more change so that it can work smoothly. Because the shrink tubing is still pretty tough, when I bend the wire, it still wants to go straight instead of on a curve. So what I can do to fix that is I can hold the lighter over top of the end of this, and then after I've brought away the lighter and it's still warm, I'm going to push it into a bend, and then it's going to stay like that. Alright, so after holding it in that position, you can see I have a little bit of a bend to it. So whenever I have my phone in my pocket and I'm listening to music, I can put it in there and I can safely know that it's going to be protected. It can bend this way. It's not going to flex directly on a 90-degree angle, which is what I was going for. So yeah, here's my little life hack that I've been trying out, and it should work well with these earbuds. I don't know why it shouldn't. Yeah, if you have any questions about anything such as buying shrink tubing, let me know in the comments below. That's it for this video. Talk to you later.